Yay, we are live. We're live. Finally, we're doing this. So come on in wherever you are in the world. Come on in. Waiting for you. So just give a few minutes to start. And usually, when I have webinars, I like to dive right into it immediately so that those of us who will be watching the replay don't have to skip too much before we can get in. Okay, so we would dive right into it right now, right about now. So welcome. Welcome. So for those of us who are just joining us for the first time, this is a webinar hosted by Vay Business Solutions, and Vay Business Solutions is a digital marketing agency that we deal with social media marketing, email marketing, UGC creation, which is user generated content creation, to help you manage your business, email marketing, website, sales funnel, sponsored ad campaign, graphics, and then, of course, video editing and so much more. So this webinar is for you if you have never sold anything online before, or if you have a business online and you're struggling with how to get customers online. So today we'll be having a very interactive session. So like I said, I like to dive right into it so that we don't have any delays for the people who are going to come and watch the replay, right? Okay. All right. So let's go in to the outline. So the outline will be going through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 modules, and one is okay, actually six. One is what getting your business online really means, and then choosing the right platform and setting up and optimizing your page, your colors and branding and visibility, and then tools that make things easy for you, and then the advantage structure. Okay. So now, one, what does getting your business online really mean for you? So before you begin to sell online, one of the things that you need to get in place is understanding what it is that you are selling. So whatever it is that you're selling, if it's your own product, if it's your own service, and then sometimes we have people who are involved in like multi-level marketing, maybe Forever Living, GNLD and the likes. You need to first of all understand what you are selling. You need to get insight into what you're selling. Maybe it's real estate, whatever it is that you are selling, you need to understand it deeply, right? So that whenever you have people who reach out to you, you know to a great deal what you're selling. And then the next thing that you want to do is to price for online customers, right? So I know a lot of times people want to say, oh, DM for pricing. It's not really the ideal thing to do. Even if your pricing is not stable, let me say, for example, you deal with products that you have to keep importing and then you have to exchange with dollars or any other currency. So because of the pricing, you don't want to just put the price because the price might change tomorrow. But even at that, you need to still be very transparent with your pricing when you're selling online, because it helps you as a barrier, right? If people that can afford it see it, they jump in and buy. People that can't afford it see it, they relax and say, okay, when I have enough money, I would reach out to this customer or to this vendor. But when you now keep your what's the word now, you keep whatever it is that you are selling and post a picture online and there are no price tags, it means that you're inviting people to come and waste your time, because you have people say, okay, how much is this, how much is this, or send me different pictures. You have to start listing the prices, and at the end of the day they ghost you. So which is what happens when you now have people saying, oh, this person asked me this amount, or what I sell, how much I sell this product, and then after telling them the price, they disappeared. But whereas if you had that price in your DM or somewhere, or you had it on your caption, they'll be able to know that this is you, this is what you sell, and this is how much you sell it. Okay. And then, so before we really dive into creating simple offers, promo, bundle, or service, one thing that I see a lot of business owners lose out on is understanding who their target audience is. So, well, no matter what you are selling, right, you have people that are designed or perfectly fitted for that. So, this is the point where our class gets interactive. I like to use the people that are participating. So you can just comment your name and the business that you are into, so that we can create offers for you, and we can also define who your target audience are. So this is going to be a very interactive class for those who are going to be participating live. So let me know in the comments. You can just drop the comments, your name, and what business that you are into. Okay. So I'm waiting. So apparently we might have to come back to this, because like I said, I don't want to stretch I don't want to stretch this class. So for those who are going to be watching the replay, so I will just wait when we have people in the comments letting me know what their name and the business they are into are, then I would come back to this module. So now let's go to choosing the right platform for you. So another thing that I see a lot of business owners do is that sometimes we just choose platforms based on what you think, what your friend says, or what your other people, like when you see people's testimonials saying, oh, I made XYZ millionaire from this platform, and then you just hop on the platform without first of all understanding how the platform works or what is better suited for you. Okay, so I will just list marketing on different platforms, and then I would also share like your personality traits. So there are some people that they are very extroverted, like they don't mind going on, putting their faces on videos and being acting funny and everything. They don't mind doing all of that at all. And that's where you have TikTok, you have Instagram. So you can create short videos advertising your products, talking about what you do, sharing insights, like just basically being visual, being extroverted, talking about your business, right? And while there are some people that are introverts, they don't even want anybody to know them. Just come and buy my market and just leave me alone. Okay. So for those kind of people, you can even do Instagram, TikTok, right? But you have to be invested in videos that are showing the products more, not necessarily you. Okay, so we'll still come back to understanding the different marketing, like the different marketing point of views. So if you're marketing as a personal brand, or you are marketing as a corporate brand, so that is it's just your business entity. It has nothing to do with your personality. You're just building a corporate brand. All right. So then Facebook is for older audience and communities. So if you want to reach people that are within the ages of maybe 35 plus and above, you would likely find them on Facebook. So you can run ads, you can engage in communities, which is groups, right? So you can create groups that are not necessarily just talking about your business only, but it's more like a pool information. So if you're targeting older people, let me say for example you sell baby clothes or baby items, you can create a community for mothers, right? Mothers that are in their late 30s, or even just mothers generally, because some people might just search for mothers and then find it. So you can create a community that is engaging and telling mothers what to do and how to take care of their babies, or sharing experiences and all of that. So you are creating a community around your brand. So whatever it is that you sell, it will be easier to penetrate and talk to them because they are already seeing you as an authority that understands what moms are going through. So for WhatsApp, use WhatsApp majorly for follow up and sales because WhatsApp, even though now WhatsApp is beginning to run sponsored ads to people, so but at the base level, if you're just starting out, your WhatsApp is usually just for your contacts, people that have saved your number. Those are the people that you can actually communicate with, or people that have saved your numbers and then you post on your WhatsApp stories and all of that. Excuse me, and all of that. Thank you. So with that kind of engagement, you know the people that are for you, right? That's on WhatsApp. But for the other platforms, you are open to everybody. Anybody all around the world can find you. Once they search for that item, they can find you, they can see you. Okay? So you have to be very intentional about how you show up. So in choosing these platforms, you can do Instagram if you want to be more visual, TikTok if you want to be more visual, and then X, which is formerly known as Twitter, is a very high intellectual platform, right? So for you to be able to thrive on X, you need to be almost like chronologically online to be able to understand what the trends are, to be able to use the catchy phrases and know the things that are relevant to what you want to do, that are relevant to the products or services that you are selling. So that is it for X, right? And then for TikTok, Facebook, we already spoke about that. So now looking at your personality, looking at what you sell, you now choose the platforms that are best suited for you. So I usually say this to business owners that, sorry, excuse me, let me take water. Thank you. So I usually say this to business owners. It is not about you being on all the platforms, right? Choose the platforms that work best for you, particularly if you don't have the budget to run all the platforms at the same time. So choose the one that works for you, and then you can now use the rest as distribution so that in case somebody is looking for you on Instagram or TikTok and you never can tell how your business will expand, so you can open all the pages but choose one or two that you can be very consistent with, that you already know how to use, right? So you can choose it based on your personality and then how you know, as in how easy it is for you to use this platform. And then three, your customers, that is your target audience. Who are these people? What is their age range? What are the things that they enjoy to talk about? What are their pain points? What are their goals? So those kind of things are what will determine the kind of platform that you choose. Okay, so now we move into content that attracts customers. So remember, we still have creating simple offers. So I'm waiting. If you're participating, kindly let me know your name and what your product or service is so that we can craft a simple offer for you. Okay. So now the next thing we're talking about is creating content that attracts customers. So know your audience, right? It is very important for you to be able to define who your buyer personas are. So buyer personas are like your client's prototype. So you know the way you go to a boutique and you see mannequins, right? And if it's a children, like if it's a children's store, a children's boutique, you definitely see that the mannequins are smaller, for like the mannequins are child sized. So if you go to a boutique that is for ladies, you definitely see that the mannequins are shaped in female form. If it's for men, you see that the mannequins are shaped in male form. So those are like prototypes to tell you that, okay, when you wear this clothes, this is how you're going to look like as a man, this is how you're going to look like as a woman or as a child. So that's how you design buyer personas, to know that this is my ideal customer. So for you reaching people online, it is very important because we have over 7 billion people in the world. So you definitely cannot sell to everybody. You need to be able to define who your target audience are, who they are, what they want, and how you can help them solve whatever problem that it is that they have. Okay. So in my framework, I have 3 C's of online marketing. So number one is clarity. Clarity is super important. You need to be very clear and direct to who you are selling to. So remember I said knowing your audience. So for this product or service that you have, what is the age range of people that can get this product or service? Again, I can use maybe like a wedding event planner. If you're a wedding event planner, you cannot say the whole world is your target audience, because you need people that can afford to host events, people that want to host events, right? So even if there are children in your target audience, you need the people that can pay, which is their parents. So you are looking at a particular demography of people. And then if it's event planning, are you available to travel, or you just want to serve people within a particular geographical location? So that's another thing you need to look out for. And then your services, what is your price points? So let me say, for example, you're an event planner that your base price is like 500K and above. Definitely, you're not looking out for everybody. You're looking out for people that can conveniently pay you 500K in one check or in one transfer or in one bank transaction. However, it is that your services are being paid for. If you want to do maybe 60% upfront and 40% at the balance, or you collect your 100% upfront, that's how, depending on how your policies are. But you also need to look out for people that are within that income bracket that can pay you conveniently. That is you also defining your target audience, right? And then for event planner, there are some people that say, oh, I strictly do weddings. There are some people that say, oh, I strictly do maybe get-togethers, corporate events. Whatever it is that it is, you need to define who those people are. And so when you do that, that is what now helps you know what to post online. So you now begin to talk to the people that you are selling to, right? So number one, clarity. So be very clear in your communication. So let me say you are doing corporate events. So you are using the corporate events lingo. You are not talking like you are doing backyard get together for people. You are doing corporate events. So you need to showcase your expertise in that corporate event that you're already doing. Okay. So you have to be very clear on how they can reach you, what your services entail, and if you also offer custom services. So beyond what you are posting online, do you have custom offers that they can reach out to you for? Do you have guidelines? Like, be very clear in your communication. And then the next thing is consistency. I know sometimes when people hear consistency, they think it's about posting every day. It's not literally posting every day. You can choose to post 3 times a week. You can choose to post once in a week or twice in a week or even once in a month. But the thing is that the consistency in the messaging, the consistency in your branding, the consistency in the brand's tone and your voice. Okay, so that when people go through your post, they know that there is a way that you communicate, and that kind of builds trust for them. It kind of builds people that can relate with you, that can relate with your brand. They now begin to trust you and know that this is within what they want. Okay, this is, you can offer what they want. They can trust on your service or your product for you to deliver. And then the next thing is conversion, because when you are done educating people, making it clear, showing that you are an authority, showing that you have expertise in the job, in the product delivery that you want to do or whatnot, you also need to ask for the sales. So don't leave your money on the table. At every point in time, be building your email list, be engaging people in the comments. So when you make posts on your platforms, don't just leave it and go. People are asking you how much, people are asking you where can I buy, how do I buy, how long does delivery take, and all of that, but you're nowhere to be found. So you've just made the post and you've disappeared, or you don't even hold your phones to receive the DMs or whatnot. No, you have to be ready for the conversion if you are going to be doing online marketing. And so what do you post? Number one is education. So remember we talked about clarity some few minutes ago. So clarity would help you educate the people. right? Educate the people about your product or about your service. So there are different things that people do not have base knowledge about, or maybe they have base knowledge about, and they need to be able to get people that understand a product or understand a service, and they don't know what to do, they don't have a clue. So which is where you come in as a vendor, as a business owner, or as a service provider. You need to educate the people on the products. Oh, thank you so much, Victor Divine. Thank you for connecting. Victor, what business do you do? Can you let me know what your business is so that I can create offers for you as an example? Okay. So now, what to post? Education. So educate people about your product, educate them about your services, and not just your own services, but like what they can do. Let's say, for example, you sell wigs, right? You can teach people how to maintain their wigs. You can teach people the different wigs type for different events. There are people that don't know that, right? That there are some clothes that is best suited for this wig. Those are things that people will be excited to learn about in seeing that you are a wig vendor. And of course, by the time you say, oh, don't wear bob for this outfit, or for this outfit, wear this wig, wear that wig, and then you say you have all these wigs available, they will be excited to buy from you. And then proof, so proof of you delivering, and then proof of your sales, right? And then also asking for your sales, so proof of maybe customer reviews, proof of you your expertise, proof of the authenticity of your product or your services. And then of course you need to ask for the sales. That's one of the things you post. So you're not posting every day, come and buy, come and buy, and then you keep wondering why people are not engaging or people are not sending you DMs. So go walk through these posts: clarity, consistency, and conversion. So you need to educate them, and then you need to prove that you are who you say you are, and then you also ask for the sales. Okay. So the next thing we're talking about is content ideas for different businesses. So different businesses run on different things. There's a video I'm going to share on the group shortly. So this is a man that sells goats. I'll send it to the group. He sells goat, like not even just goats, he sells livestock. So let me say he's a butcher. So he sells meats, so to speak. And then he did a very nice vlog talking about how that they want to take goats for manicure and pedicure. And then before you know it, they were roasting the goats, they were skinning the goats. Like the voiceover was so nice. That video had over 1,000 comments as at the time I saw it. So imagine if you were within that vicinity and you see the way the goat, like I had already saved that video. So definitely if I need someone to help me um work on a goat, like kill goats, and just because I'm not about to even buy a live goat, because who will kill it? So I would definitely want to reach out to such a person and say, okay, you know what, just kill the goat and send me the pieces meat and all of that. You get my point, right? So it's showing a different perspective from just showing live goats and dragging it by the neck and saying come and buy. So that already took us through a storytelling journey, right? So different businesses have different storytelling that you can take advantage of. And then aside just posting the picture, you can talk about things, you can collaborate with other businesses that are related to your business. Let me say, for example, you sell jewelry. You can collaborate with somebody who sells clothes. You can collaborate with someone who is a lifestyle influencer. So the person just says, "Oh, get ready with me, da 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 da. Oh, this jewelry is from JD's Accessories. This one is from that." Like it just goes on to advertise your business, right? Because you want visibility at the end of the day when you come online. You're not satisfied with just what you have on offline. You need to be able to gain more people online and gain their trust. Okay. So the next thing we're going to be talking about is colors, branding, and visibility. All right. So one, why does color matters, right? Color is very important when you want to do online marketing, except if you're just doing videos all through. and which works for TikTok platform. But if you want to do Instagram, you want to do Facebook, it's very important that you take advantage of colors and branding, because it also positions your brand to have a premium value. So if you don't, I'm going to show you some pictures shortly, and you definitely will attest to the fact that when you have better colors, that is good colors that are communicating what it is that you want to talk about, it gives your brand a premium look, and it does not cheapen whatever thing that you have to offer, right? So colors matter because of trust, because of recognition. When you see yellow everywhere, like maybe a building, you come in yellow, the first thing that comes to your mind is this place owned by MTN? Why is everywhere yellow? Because that is what branding does for you. And even when you see maybe orange and gray, what comes to your mind is GT Bank, right? And then when you see red, it can either be Airtel, it can either be Coca-Cola. So that's what branding, and it does not matter that because you're just starting out, oh, you are so small. No, when you're starting a business, think about the long term. Don't just think about where you are today. Think about the long term. Think about how you want to be perceived in the next 5 years, in the next 10 years, and begin to act that way now. But that does not mean you will now stay in one spot and say, oh, until I get to that level, or until I'm able to get to a certain stage of perfection. No, start with what you have. But start with what you have with the vision of where you are going to in mind. So your three color rule, you have the main, the secondary, and the neutral. So the main is your most visible color, and then the neutral. So let me use this slide I'm using for example. So you have the purple in the background, right? And then we have this lilac accent here, which is at the secondary. Then the neutral is the white. Okay, so this does not look painful to the eyes. You can actually see what is written. You can actually engage with what is written. So now let me show you some samples. So look at these ones on the left. So now you are seeing like it just looks scattered and all over the place. Look at the one at the bottom here too, just looks scattered and all over the place, like you can barely tell what's going on here, because this is a very terrible design, and for some business owners this is what they also post online, and then they are surprised that nobody is buying. Nobody will buy, my dear, if this is the kind of design that you're using, because it is painful to the eyes to read. They don't even understand what is going on. And another thing that it screams is scammer, it screams cheap, it screams like low effort. So nobody really wants to spend time and their money, their added money, to give to somebody that is likely a scammer, or likely not interested or not engaged in what they are selling. Everybody wants somebody serious minded, because people's businesses are their dreams, right? They're an extension of them. So nobody is going to take you serious if you're coming up looking like this. But look at this on this right side, you can already tell. I mean, one of the people that saw our ads already was commenting that, oh, I love your design. And I'm pretty sure that that person registered because of the design, because the information is clear. This is what it is. Get your business online in 2026 and gain customers. And then the date, the time, the venue, the link to register, and then everybody knows what to expect, right? So it is that same way when you are selling online. You have to be very clear. You have to be open. You have to be very open to communicate with people, okay, in your designs, right? Because you're doing online marketing. So now we're gradually coming to the close. So this is tools that make things easy for you. So Canva gives you basic designs. I know some of you use Canva, but you also need to be very mindful of the kind of designs that you make on Canva. Remember, I just shared this one with you. You can see this. I know Canva can design something like this when you just do trash, like you just pick up anything. But Canva works in a way that you can. I'm going to do a sample for you right now. So I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to share my screen. Okay. So please give me a thumbs up if you can see my screen. Okay, good. So now this is Canva. It might be different for you if you're using the phone, right? So, but it basically works the same way anyway. So when you tap on create, it asks you what different things you want to create. And then you can click on Instagram posts. Okay. Okay, so it's opening. So once your page opens, right, you can see that this is a blank page. So the next thing you can do is to click on templates. And then just type what you want to type. Let me say, for example, you want to run sales. You can just type sales. So you can see the different designs. So there are some designs that are free. There are some designs that you need to be a pro user to sell, to make use of. And ideally for me, I think 2,800 naira that Canva collects is a very affordable amount for you to be able to get access to premium design. I have Canva Pro, but of course I also have a team of graphic designers. Like this, the flyer for this program was designed by my graphic designer, right? But then, if you're just starting out and maybe you don't have a budget for that, it's okay. You can choose any of the templates. So, and one of the things with using Canva templates is that don't move things too much. Just edit it the way you want to use it. Let me say, for example, this person now you are selling clothes. You can just put in the pictures of your clothes here, or let me say you are a makeup artist. Or you put slash here, you put full bits here, you put the eyebrows or eyebrows here, and then you now put okay, summer sale, da 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 da, or Valentine sale, or Easter sale, or whatnot, and then shop now, 20% off. You download, like everybody goes home happy. Your design does not have to look terrible because you need people to be able to trust you. And when they trust you, they trust you. When they see your design and it communicates trust, it communicates seriousness that this person is a legit business owner, they'll be interested in buying from you. Okay, so let's go back to our slides. So now we'll talk about CapCut. CapCut is good for okay. So CapCut is good for video editing. Like you can just edit some. Okay, beautiful, beautiful. So Victor is into real estate, hospitality business, and tours and travel. That is awesome. That is very awesome. So I can see that you are into maybe like two or three niches. So there is real estate, there is travel and tour, and then there is hospitality business. Right? Am I right, Victor? Okay. So real estate, for example, we need to know what you sell, or you need to know what you sell in terms of, are you selling lands, are you selling like properties, already made properties, or are you doing a mixture of both of them? And then even in the lands, thank you for responding. And even in the lands, are you also doing land banking, or is it in high-rise areas? Like I said, you need to be able to know that, okay, the lands I'm selling, I know there's some lands that go as high as maybe 100 million because of the location where it is, or maybe 40 million or thereabout because of the location where it is. While we still have some lands that are still as low as 400k, 500k. right? And so those kind of lands, you can now begin to market them to even students or to people who are young graduates or moms or housewives who want landed properties. So, but if you now talk about a 5 million naira property or 40 million property, you cannot be selling it to students, except the person is not necessarily a student. Like, but if you're saying within this age range, then ideally you have a particular age of people that you need to talk to that can conveniently buy what you're selling. And then if you say you are into hospitality, I also want to believe that that has to do with maybe what's the word now, hotels, maybe accommodation or airport transfers and all those kind of things that are merged with your travel and tour. So you can create packages as well. So Valentine just passed and Easter is coming. There are some people that might want to do a Holy Land tour to Israel, to Jerusalem, or even to Rome, right? So there are some things that you can just think about what your target audience wants and then package it as products. Or even if it is not even outside Nigeria, you can look out for places within Nigeria that have good tourist centers, and then you collaborate with the owners of those places and say, okay, I want to be able to, okay, great, a mixture of all of them, housing, land, both sales, rent, or development. Okay, great. So you can create different packages out of this. But when you are online, as much as possible, your voice needs to be very clear. So what do I mean by your voice needs to be very clear? So you are doing housing, you're doing lands, you're doing rent or development, right? So you can create something that is called content pillar, because in your business you have several branches. So housing can be one of the pillars, land sales can be one of the pillars, and then rentals can be one of the pillars. So that means when you are creating content, it falls under one of these umbrellas. So one at a time. So let me say on Mondays you're talking about lands, on Tuesdays you're talking about housing, on Wednesdays you're talking about sales of or rentals, or maybe you are even posting 3 times in a day, but each of these posts should be unique and distinct, that is talking to each of these people, talking about what they need to buy, what they need to get from you, and how they can get it, so that you are not confusing or overwhelming your viewers, let people or your audience, so that they can look at it and understand that, okay, if I want to rent a house, I can reach out to Victor Divine. If I want to buy properties, I can reach out to Victor Divine. If I want lands, I can reach out to Victor Divine. Because the beautiful thing about selling online is that you just need one product, one service that will blow, and it will open doors for you for several other things. So I'll use myself as an example. When I started out, I was coaching people on drop shipping, right? And then after a while, drop shipping, because of the COVID that happened, 2020 COVID that happened, China was the major place where you could get products and drop ship them. So China was locked down. We could not get products from China anymore. And then I thought, okay, in the meantime, while I'm still coaching people, let me even talk about email marketing, right? Because email marketing is for small business owners, and I see that a lot of business owners were not using it. So I started talking about email marketing, and then before you knew it, I started getting customers that wanted email marketing. And then I was still doing drop shipping in between, but I noticed that email marketing was more lucrative to teach and get services on rather than drop shipping. So I focused on email marketing. And when I focus on email marketing, I now, of course, email marketing can cover any business, real estate, travel and tour, digital creators, people that are selling shoes, bags, anything. But I chose to focus on the people that were digital creators, people that were online creators, because they were more likely to buy, right? And then I got a whole lot of them. And then guess what? Because my voice was clear that this was email marketing clearly, I started getting people that were coming in for real estate, for different things, for skincare brands, for like a whole lot of other niches started coming in. But because I was clear that this was email marketing, So I was not talking to many people. I was talking to one set of people, but it was attracting a lot of people. Then the next thing that now happened was that people were now asking me, "Oh, you are into this email marketing. Can you help me manage my social media?" I need somebody that will just do social media and email marketing at the same time. I need somebody that will do my website. I need someone that will do my graphic design. I need somebody. And that was what birthed Bay Business Solutions. So it became an agency that had this umbrella of different things in between, right? So, but if I started my page and I was doing social media, websites, email, this, that, people would have gotten confused because I would have been confused as well. But because my voice was clear, I'm now able to differentiate and say, okay, this is Bay Business Solutions. And then I also have another academy, Boem Academy, the Business of Email Marketing Academy, that teaches people how to become email marketing managers. So that one has branched off as another business on its own. So you get my point. So even though you're starting out with all of this, but let your voice, let your branding be clear on one or two products, and then you now have subsets under them, like I said, content pillars that would help you create content that would get people to listen to you, that will get people to know you and understand what you do. Okay. So, Victor, for example, I'm hoping to see that you have a travel and tour package for Easter, because we're in February, Easter is March, April. So, you need to start creating your products and your services or your packages for that period, because it's a big period. People want to travel, so you can do local packages. Oh, go to Zanzibar, I said Zanzibar, go to Ziba Resort, go to Idore Hills, go to somewhere in Jos, go to like the different places in Nigeria that you could actually package. And then for those that want to go outside the country, maybe Israel, like different things that you can begin to start selling now. So I noticed that during Valentine, a lot of business owners were saying, oh, they didn't make sales and all. So some people were just moved by, oh, Valentine boxes, let us just start doing Valentine boxes, and then they just pack different things and chocolates inside and hope that people would just come and buy. So one of the things that I like to tell business owners is that when you create content, also listen for feedback, because your sales engine is in that feedback that you are getting from the people online, right? So when you create content and somebody is asking you a question, that is your feedback. So let me say, if this business owner has been creating content and then the people have been asking for, oh, I want a box, or can I get this and get discounts? And for a lot of them, they didn't even follow up to know, okay, how much. Let me say, for example, you have 4 items and you want to put them inside Valentine box, right? Let me say 20K, each of them, they are 20K, right? So if you say 20K each, that's supposed to be, if you have 4 items, that's supposed to be like 80,000 naira. To make it more encouraging, you can say, oh, instead of 80,000 naira, now you pay 70,000 or you pay 75,000. A lot of them were not doing that. They were just knocking prices, 25K, 50K, 100K on the box. And you're not communicating, even though me and you know that you might not have even actually done a discount, but there is a psychology with selling that when you give out discounts, people are encouraged to buy. So not that you say this box is 100K, and then by the time, and you know, a Valentine box, you definitely list what is inside. And then people now finish listing and seeing that, oh, this box is even like 50K overrated. That is, if I want to buy this item, I won't even spend up to this amount that this person is calling. Whereas if they had noted that this thing is like 5,000 naira lesser, or maybe 4,000 naira lesser, they'll be encouraged to buy from you. Okay. So these are some of the tools I'm also going to be sharing on the page, on our group or our WhatsApp group. I'm going to share simple videos on how to use CapCut, how to use Canva, and then ChatGPT prompts that can help you create content very easily for your business, very easily. Because I know sometimes business owners struggle with creating content. Like, what do I say? How do I say? This is what I want to say, but I don't want to sound like an illiterate, or I don't even understand how to write caption. ChatGPT is there for you, and ChatGPT is actually free. So you can take advantage of it. I'm going to be sharing some prompts, and I would definitely want to see your feedback. Okay, or maybe I could even share one right now, and I want you people to post it in the WhatsApp group. Right, those of us that are connected right now, I won't believe that we're all in the WhatsApp group. So I will be sharing a prompt right now that I want you to use, and then you post the answer in the group. You post the answer in the WhatsApp group. So are we here? Are we here? This is your assignments right now. Okay. So write an Instagram post to sell. This is your product. So change it to your product. To busy working adults in Nigeria, simple English. So I want to see the answer right now. Okay, why is YouTube rejecting my comments? Okay. So where I wrote your product, just change it and put your product or your service. Okay. So I would open. Why? All right. I think I'll just type it directly. I'll just write it directly. So prompts to ChatGPT. Selling so change this your products. Please put it, maybe you can say, for example, write an Instagram post to sell travel and tour package to busy working adults living in Nigeria in simple English. Okay, so I just posted on the WhatsApp group now. I want to see your feedback. I want to see it. Kindly share ChatGPT's response. Okay. Okay, I will think about it. All in favor of this, say hi. All in favor of this, say hi. Can we have this training monthly or quarterly? Okay. Okay, we'll think about it. I think we will have it. We might have it monthly. We might have it monthly. Okay, so I want to see your feedback on the WhatsApp group with your prompts, right? So now this last slide is the most important part of this class, and I'm really excited that we've gotten to the end of the class, right? So number one is consistency. So I mentioned earlier that consistency does not necessarily mean that you are posting every day. It's just the consistency in your voice, the consistency in how you communicate, the consistency in your product and services. Of course, when you want to move from, nobody is tying you down to say, oh, you must keep selling this thing to the end of rapture, to the end of time. So, or till rapture rather. So, but when you are going to make the transition, carry your community along, right? Let them know that you are seeing them. Don't just look at them as numbers. So don't look at people as, oh, it's just 200 followers, it's just 30 followers I have, it's just 50 followers. No, there are 50 human beings. If you organize a conference and 50 people came from their houses, that's a lot. People paid money, people wore clothes, people dressed up to come for your event. So you need to take it the same way when it comes to online engagement as well, right? So you need to be consistent. Consistency is not posting every day, even though that's part of it. But you, like I said, you can choose a pace that is convenient for you. If it is once a week, if it's twice or three times a week, but you have your content pillars, and then you know the things that you are required to do, right? And then number two is the numbers game. Very funny that I just said human beings are not numbers, but this is numbers game when it comes to hitting your goals, your financial goals, your revenue goals for your business. So let me say, for example, you have a product, like I was talking to Victor now about his travel and tour packages. Let me say he creates a travel and tour package for maybe Abraka, right, for Nigerians to visit Abraka, and maybe it's like he gives it 250k, and maybe from that 250k package, because he'll definitely pay everybody, and maybe his profit is like 50k, and then Victor says he wants to make, let me say 5 million, right? I know that's very ambitious for a 50k project, but it's okay. So if we say 5 million now divided by 50,000, that means he's looking at 100 people to buy that package, right? He's looking at 100 people to buy that package. So what does Victor need to do? He needs to start early. He needs to start early, like yesterday, to create that package and then begin to market it, because he knows that he wants to get 100 people to buy. Because if 100 people buy that package, he's going to make 5 million naira. So what does he do? He's posting. He can also collaborate with people that are already into maybe like lifestyle vlogging and all of that, and say, oh, I am going to Abraka. Or he can even offer one or two influencers a free spot, right? Or 50% discount spots. So that when they collaborate and then they talk about it, to say, oh, I'm going to Abraka for Easter, come and join me, we're going to have fun and all of that. So people are now coming in. And then he's also going to run sponsored ads to reach more people. Because if he can reach at least 10,000 people that are interested in this package, at least 100 will buy. So that's what I mean by it's a numbers game. So the what's the word now? The audacity of your goal should match up with the audacity of your ad budgets. Should match up with the audacity of your marketing budgets, right? So if you are saying I want 5 million, and then when I said, oh, give somebody 2%, 50% off, or give somebody 100% free, and you are thinking, me, I cannot do that, but I don't have money. Then you're not ready for that 5 million naira sales. You're not ready for that 5 million naira package. In fact, that's not 5 million naira. But if you say 250k times 100, that's 25 million, and then 5 million is his profit, right? So if you want to make revenue of 25 million and then you are not able to part away with 500k, then you are not ready. So the audacity of your sales goal should match up with the audacity of your market, or rather the audacity of your marketing goal should match up with the audacity of your sales goal. So either way, they should be correlated. Not that your sales goal is like this and your marketing goal is on a wheelchair. So they need to be able to run and fly with each other, so that you get to be able to reach the good number of people that you want, so you can now have the conversion. And then the next thing I want to talk about is times and season, right? So imagine somebody marketing Valentine package now. Like today is already 21st of February, and then the person is now marketing Valentine's package. So what people will ask is that, is it Valentine for next year, or this Valentine that has passed? Which one? So you have to take advantage of timing. And then another timing that you need to take advantage of is running sponsored ads towards the end of the month and beginning of the month, where people still have their monies in their pockets, where people are just collecting their salaries. You need to be able to know that, okay, oh, the salary has dropped, and this thing, I need people to buy it at this time of the month, so that you are avoiding I'll get back to you, I'll get back to you. Some people, a lot of people are impulse buyers, so make it easy for them to buy from you before their eye will clear. Before their eye will be clear, let them have finished paying. They'll be like, this thing, no, but they're already paid you, the money is in your account. Okay, so we have the seasons as well. So I was talking about Easter. Easter is the next major thing that's coming up, and then before we have Christmas, and then of course sometimes some people talk about summer when the schools are on break, like the kids are on break and all of that. So you are looking out for seasons. So don't just be caught unaware. When you sit down, I think another thing I would do, I'll probably send a voice note just talking about this time and seasons only. So sit down right now and write out the seasons of this year and how you want to position your business and create offers to take advantage of those seasons, right? And then the last but not the least is the element of the supernatural. Ladies and gentlemen, life is spiritual. Life is very spiritual. You might have all of these structures in place and everything, you will have the money to push your brand and all that, and sometimes some people have nothing to say for it or nothing to show for it, and then sometimes some people are struck with sickness that money cannot cure. So life is spiritual, the element of the supernatural. You need to take out time to pray over yourself, pray for your business structures, pray for the people that work with you, pray for the vendors, the people that you interact with, your clients, pray over your tools, pray over your workspace. Like, you need to pray and have that fellowship with God. Have the Spirit of God talk to you about your business, about the things that you want to do. Think about the things that you want to improve in your life. Okay, life is very, 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 very spiritual. Life is very spiritual. You cannot take the place of God in your business. You cannot take out that place of God in your business. I usually say this, that prayer is a strategy. Praying to God is a strategy for your business, and also fellowshipping with God to listen to the things that He wants you to do. There's a tool that I use in my business till today, that it was the Spirit of God that showcased that tool to me. And the name of that tool is Quora. It's Quora. It's so easy to use because it shows you what your target audience are thinking about. It shows you what their questions, their concerns are. And so I use that tool as my content generation tool. I just go there, search for whatever it is I want to create content on, and then I just begin to see people's questions, people's answers, people's responses. And it's been so amazing. Nobody showed me that tool. It was the Holy Spirit that showed me that tool and how to use that tool. Okay, so it can be the same thing too for your business. The Holy Spirit can show you what to do, when to do what to do, and how to do what to do. So you cannot take the place of the Holy Spirit out of your life. You cannot take the place of God out of your business. Okay, I mentioned it and I will mention it again. The element of the supernatural. The element of the supernatural. You need to be very spiritually inclined about your business, about the goals that you have. You pray over your body, over your tools, over everything that you need to do. Okay, so this brings us to the end of today. I know Victor asked if we could do this every month. I will let you know if we will do this every month. So like I said, Bay Business Solutions is a digital sales agency. So you can outsource your social media to us, you can outsource your website, you can outsource your email marketing, sales funnel, and all to us, and we would handle it for you. So, and then another thing is that we would have a paid class coming up that will show you how to create content that sells. So, and in this class, we are going in depth into what we're going to be doing. Like, we're going to have different buyer personas. Yeah. Okay. Okay, good. We're going to have different buyer personas drafted out for your different business niches so that you'll be able to see how to create those content that sell, and then also how to create offers for your business, and then how to use these tools in depthly for your business to be able to create amazing content for your business. And we also have templates that are available. So templates for social media, like for Canva, so social media templates for makeup artists, for fashion brands, for real estate. So we will let you know um, how to get those templates. Okay. So now I'm open to questions. So I'm seeing Victor. Victor, I think you are going to win. You're going to win a 30 minutes clarity session with me. You have been very encouraging all throughout the session, all throughout this meeting, all the training, and I'm very, very grateful for that. So kindly send me a message on WhatsApp. You can reach out to any of the admins of the group, and I will be sure to respond to you and let you know when we would have that training session, like just 30 minutes. Okay, so you can get to ask me questions, and we can map out strategies for you for Easter and all that. So you'd love to be a social media enthusiast in all field of life, business, and ministry. So it's very simple. At the beginning of the class, you can go back to watch the replay. So this same YouTube link that was sent to you is the same link you can use to watch the replay, right? So, oh, thank you so much, Pastor Joy. I don't know if it's the Pastor Joy that I know. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, so if you'd love to be a social media enthusiast in all sphere of life, so one of the things that you need to do before you start using social media to showcase anything is to be very authentic and true to yourself. Because a lot of people come up and they are fake. They are fake, and because they might be fake and have the different different they might have a very loud presence online, right? They might be very known and popular online, so a lot of people can just take their word as law, right? They can tell you, oh, no, 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 me, I don't listen to pastors, or I don't do this, and then people will just take their word for it and begin to pattern their life after it. So you have to first of all be true to yourself, that this is who I am. Nobody without the Holy Spirit can influence me, right? So once you have that, and then you now begin to decide the things that you want to share. And it is very easy. It is very easy if you are a member of ministry, like my church, my church, my ministry, Christ Embassy. We already have tools. We have Rhapsody of Realities. We have PCDL. We have healing streams. Like, we have so many things that you can just share online to engage people about the gospel. And then about your life, you can talk about the things that you learn. Like, even this class is a learning curve for you. I remember there was a class I had with it was a an NGO that is based in the UK. So I was talking to them about writing stories, and I said this class is even something you can use to launch and write content about. What are the things you learned? Oh, thank you so much, Favor. Thank you for connecting. Thank you, Pastor Joy. Thank you for connecting. So you can talk about the things that you learned from this class. Okay, maybe what was your idea before, and what are the things that you've learned now, and what are you going to do afterwards that you've learned these things. So it is more about being your authentic self, who God has called you to be, and then telling your story in a way that is very relatable, that people can understand. Remember, I talked about the 3 C's of marketing: clarity, Don't be very ambiguous with your words. Just be very clear. This is what I want to say. I want to sit down. Say it like that. Don't say I want to descend and ascend and levitate. Just be very clear. Let people know that this is what you are saying and this is how they want to reach you. Okay. So and then another thing that you might want to do is to take it one step at a time. Remember, I talked about myself that I started teaching people drop shipping. I evolved into email marketing, and then I set up a digital sales agency, and then I set up a training academy, right? So, but I didn't do all these things at once. It was step by step. Even the online digital evangelism that I'm into, I really got into it by, I think, 2023. So before then, I was dabbling in and out, just one or two times. Like I use social media, but it was 2023 that the Holy Spirit really helped me. First of all, one of the things that He said was that be consistent. So I was doing consistency, like posting Rhapsody of Realities on different platforms, and then I was like, how do I get people? And then He said, look at the DMs. People are sending you DMs. People are sending you DMs. They're asking you questions. So create a WhatsApp group and add all of them in it, and that was it. And that year, I became top 3 online cell leader of the year in ministry worldwide. I know there's some of us that are connected or that will be watching the replay. They are not members of Christ Embassy, but what I'm just saying is that, like, I'm practicing what I preach. Anything I want to do about life, anything, I definitely consult the Holy Spirit. So, but then what I'm saying is take it one step at a time. Okay. So it might not all come up together at once so that you don't feel overwhelmed. But when you do one, you master it, you can get to the next one and get to the next one and get to the next one. So does anybody else have any other question? I'm really grateful. Thank you to everyone who has participated so far. And I'm also looking forward to those who would watch the replay. Because I know different people are on transit or stuff right now, but you'll be able to watch the replay. That's why it's hosted on YouTube. So you just click and you can keep watching over and over and over and over and over and over and again. Okay, so does anybody have any question before we call it a day or call it a night? Okay, so it's been an amazing time. Okay, I'm seeing. Okay, great. So I'm seeing that P Joy has dropped her comment on the WhatsApp group about what ChatGPT said to her. So I want you all to do the same. I'm looking forward to your responses. So if you watch the replay, kindly do that on the group, right? Kindly do that on the group. And then another assignment I'm going to give is yes. Thank you, Holy Spirit. I think somebody's spirit that does not want me to go has made me remember. Your how to arrange your bio. So I know that there are some of us that let me see if I can post this here and if they will allow me. Praise the Lord. Oh, okay, great. How can we balance the use of all social media platforms? So I said it earlier that one, choose the platform that is very easy for you to use, that you understand, and that is where your target audience are. And then you can now use the rest platforms as distribution. So what do I mean? Let me say, for example, you know how to use Instagram very well. You are able to create content on Instagram, right? And then there's TikTok, there's Twitter, there is LinkedIn, there are several other platforms, right? So you can just carry the same content and post without, of course, I know there are different platforms has different ways that you need to post, but choose one, especially at your beginning stage. If you don't have the budget to hire somebody to do it for you by yourself, just choose one or two that you are good with. I'm not a fan of overwhelming yourself, because when you overwhelm yourself, you're not able to be productive at what you want to do. So choose one or two that you are good with, that you have gotten a hang of. Let me say, for example, you are not the kind of person that likes to do plenty editing. Just go to TikTok, jejeje. TikTok, anyhow you post it, your people will take you seriously. I found out that when you are even serious on TikTok, people will not answer you. You see those kind of videos that you just carry and very anyhow video and you post it, people will answer you. Well, Instagram, people used to package. You need to do transition, outro, intro, everything. So if you have that energy, you go for Instagram, right? But if you don't have that energy, you go for TikTok. And if you are very like high intellectual conversationist, you can go to Twitter. So when I said high conversationist, is because Twitter, you'll be on Twitter, like if you miss 3 days on Twitter and you go on the fourth day, you may not understand what people are talking about, because people will just be talking context based on 3 days ago's post from somebody else that you don't even know. So you are now wondering, where do I start from? Who is this person? What are they talking about? Because there are different things that are trending. You need to know how to use the platform. So if you don't know how to use the platform, don't bother yourself. Go to the platform that you can use, and once you have a hang of it, hammer there, hammer there, like just keep posting, keep engaging the people that comment on your post, and don't overthink it. If you can run sponsored ads, go ahead. Like, don't overwhelm yourself with, oh, how I need to be everywhere. No, there, like I said, think about it, that there are 7 billion, over 7 billion people in the world, and not all of them are your customers. So also look at how many people are using this platform, this Facebook, this Instagram. How many of them have you reached? So if you are able to think that way, you will not overwhelm yourself and say, oh, I need to be on all the platforms running helter skelter. It doesn't make sense at all. So choose Facebook, choose Instagram or TikTok, anyone that works best for you, and be consistent at it. Okay, I hope that answers your question. So now, for your profile, so you can choose it to be your business name or your personal name. And then your bio formula, what do you sell? Who is it for? How to contact you? Your profile picture, and then highlights that you must have. Highlights is for Instagram majorly if you have Instagram. So your highlights should have about us. Your highlights should have reviews. Your highlights should have maybe how to order if it's a physical business, right? You can have how to order. Okay, and then remember I talked about if you wanted it to be a corporate brand or a personal brand. So if you are selling as yourself, maybe you are into services, you can actually put your picture there, right? And then if you're selling a product, maybe and then majority of the time it's better you even build a personal brand, because personal brand, people can trust you easily, and then you can branch off and sell off as many things as you want to. Like I said myself, I'm Ali Wells. Now Ali Wells has a digital sales agency, Bay Business Solutions. Ali Wells has a training academy, um, Boem Academy, right? So, but people can connect those brands to me and see that I'm a personal brand, I am me. And then I also have businesses reach out to me to pay me to teach their people, to teach their community, right? Or to pay me to talk about their businesses. So that's one of the advantages of personal brand. But if you don't want to do it, it's fine. Choose what works for you. When I talk about business, when I talk about selling, I always want people to choose from their comfort zone into the income comfort. Don't start from not being comfortable. You can start being comfortable, but when you are ready for growth, nobody would advise you for you to become uncomfortable. But while you are beginning, you can start from your level of comfort. You can understand, okay, I want to do only Facebook, I want to do Instagram, it's fine. But when you now say, let me say, for example, Victor, when you now say, oh, I want to be able to make 25 million this month in sales, and you know that it's not only Instagram that will give you, it's not only TikTok that will give you. You need to merge both of them together. You need to include TikTok and Twitter. Nobody would advise you. You will know how you balance it. The balancing will come to you. The wisdom for the balancing will come to you by the time. Okay, okay. I don't like TikTok, but I prefer Twitter and Instagram, but I can spend 5 days without even posting them because I may not have what to post. So I shared a what's the name now? I shared a prompt on the group, so you can use that prompt and ask ChatGPT like, how do you sell to these people, and then also break down like the content ideas. Like, content is water. If you think about it, content is water. You can like, and let me use PG, content na water. Content na water, because one, there are things that are troubling the people that are buying from you. There are things that are exciting the people that are buying from you. There are things that are troubling you. There are things that are exciting you. So those four things already give you content, right? So for example, people that want to travel abroad, they want to do visa, they want to do international passport if they don't have the passport. Like, the content, don't overthink it. The content is endless. Anything that you want to think about, like, okay, how do people know that they are ready, or how to budget for your travel, how to save for your travel, how to, like, it's endless. Do I need travel insurance to travel? What do I need to know about real estate companies? How do I know a real estate company is legit? Like, it is just sit down and think like your customer. Think about the questions that they have. Begin to answer them. That's content. Think like your customer. Think about the goals that they have. That's content. Like, I know a brand here now that is into jewelry. I don't know if she's still connected, but let me say, for example, people like, I know she did everyday jewelry, right? So you can say, okay, 5 ways to pair your everyday jewelry so that it does not tarnish, or how to maintain your everyday jewelry so that it does not tarnish. Number one, don't bait with it. If it's not pure gold, why are you baiting with it 247? Number two, okay, how do you store it? Do I need to wrap it with cotton wool? Do I need to put it inside tissue? Do I need to, like, those are the things that people would want to hear aside come and buy. So content, I know sometimes the reason why it gets tiring for you is because your content every day is come and buy, come and buy, come and buy. So it feels like, I posted buy shoe yesterday, I posted buy shoe yesterday before yesterday, today again I will still come and say buy the shoe. You will buy, you, because people, I mean, you will post because people are not online at the same time. If you have 5,000 followers, not all 5,000 of them are online at the same time, right? So somebody can be online in the morning, somebody can be online in the afternoon. So the post you made in the morning is different from the one you made in the afternoon. So, but then your page can also work like a magazine, can work like a website where people oh, that's nice. That's nice. That's nice. That's nice. That's nice. So your page can work like a website. Another thing you need to put in your profile bio is your location. And then also put that if you are able to deliver worldwide, or you're able to deliver nationwide, or if it's citywide, like, just communicate with people. Let me say, for example, let me use or tell you a story. For no, not even for example, let me tell you a story. So last year, I wanted to surprise my aunt who lives in Lagos. I live in Port Harcourt, right? I wanted to surprise my aunt with a cake for her birthday. What did I do? I went on Instagram because the world is not a global place. I didn't have people that are staying close to her that can say, "Oh, help me buy cake and go and deliver." I just searched cake vendors in XYZ location. A good number of them popped up, right? There were some of them that they have not posted since 1982. So I knew that this one, if I send this person DM, maybe it's next year before they'll respond. So I saw someone that I think she posted within a week. So I sent her a DM and said, "Oh, I wanted to place an order for a cake." I sent a sample of what I wanted, how much I paid. This is the location. So because she said, let me say, for example, she said cake vendors in maybe Ojota, and my auntie is staying in Ojota. So I said, okay. So definitely when I sent her the address, it was easy for her to locate because that is her area. She's a cake vendor in that area, right? I don't know this lady. She does not know me. She has never seen me before. But I was trusting God and trusting the content and the designs of other cakes that she has done to be able to trust her to say, okay, go and deliver this cake to my auntie. When my auntie saw the cake, my auntie was like, oh, this person, is she a member of church? Isn't it? I didn't even want to tell her that. Oh, that's stark stranger. Stark stranger that came to deliver this cake to you. But of course, because the business is online, so there are people that are searching for your business. They don't need to be in your location. In fact, I also got a gift yesterday from someone who is in the UK. In fact, this is not the first time somebody like outside the country will send me a gift using a vendor in my city. How did they find the person? Just search online, vendors in Port Harcourt, this, that. And then they give my address or give my phone number to say, okay, call her and let her know and ask her where she wants it delivered to. So the world is a global village. Don't limit yourself. Don't limit yourself to just your location, to your family and friends, posting on WhatsApp every day and saying, my friends must patronize me, my family must patronize me. The world is open, over 7 billion people. It can, and then another thing you need to think about is, can your business even serve 7 billion people? So you need to prepare your brand for the kind of sales that you want it to accommodate, which brings me also back to the place where I talked about the element of the supernatural. Your vision, where you want to be in the next 2 years, the next 3 years, next 6 months, next 3 months. Think about what you want to do, and then begin to structure your business in that direction. That, oh, okay, like for example, I'll use Victor again. If you want to reach 100 people, like you want to sell 100 people, what are the structures you need to put in place to make sure that this thing works perfectly? So do you need to put all of them in a WhatsApp group? Do you need to create a Google form where you have all their contacts, and then you have a design where you are sending them checklists to say, okay, these are the things you need for this travel, so that nobody will come and stress your life after they book the travel. Okay, these are our policies, this, that, these are the numbers to call. Like, you need to think like the CEO that you are. Because when you begin to align yourself in that direction, those things will begin to open to you. I think when I started Bay Business Solutions, I didn't start having serious clients until I got a website, until I got customized email addresses for my business. So when people say, oh, send me an email, I can send email and they see that it's coming from @baybusinesssolutions.com. They know that, okay, this person is serious. When they say send me invoice, it comes in a letter-headed PDF document. So you know I'm not sending you PDF document to collect 10K from you. Like that PDF alone, no, you not show that it's more than 10K. So they already have an idea of what they are working with. And even me too, I have an idea of where I'm going to. So when I started doing that, I was taking myself seriously. The angels were taking me seriously, and then the world began to respond to it. Okay, so I think, yeah, truly, we will have this class maybe monthly. I truly am enjoying the class. So, but we have to come to the end of it now. And so this is the point where, for those of us that are here, I would also like you to post on the WhatsApp group. For those of us that watch the replay, I want you to post on the WhatsApp group what you learned and what you enjoyed about today's class and what you're going to be implementing going forward. So thank you everyone for connecting. I really do appreciate you for your time. Like I said, we'll have another class that is paid. I would let you know. I will send more details about it on the group. Thank you, everyone. And then we'll have our free classes every month. Thanks to Victor for recommending or requesting it. So, bye, everyone. See you.